Hello legends, it's Guan here. Good to see all of you here. Thanks for tuning in for today's video. Let's face it, there are lots and lots of finance and productivity books in the world that you can read about. And we only have 24 hours per day. So that means we need to select and read the best possible books in order to supercharge and transform our lives like Ultraman. Now in this video, I'll be listing out the recommended books for beginners and the key takeaways so as to help you to solidify your understanding. Book number 1, The Millionaire Next Door. Okay, let's face it, how many of us here have been bombarded with those Instagram posts or TikTok videos that show a random person standing next to a Lamborghini and preaching about how to make $100,000 in 1 month? That's not all, now we have crypto scams. Take a look at the million token crypto scam from TechLead and see it for yourself.
Million token. And so million token is literally $1 million opportunity. I'm putting $1 million of my own money into this to get us started, but this coin can skyrocket in price. It can take us to the moon.
This could not be further from the truth. A simple spending and consistent saving habit is the very first step to help gain control and set up a good foundation for your finances. There is a famous quote from the book itself. Whatever your income is, always live below your means. Case in point, do you see Jeff Bezos, already being a billionaire in 1997, was still driving a modest Honda Accord?
I only say that because I've got a follow-up question.
Okay.
What's with the Honda?
And isn't this contradicting with the image of typical rich Lambo car guy on the social media? Second example, just take a look at Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Do you see them flexing private jets or Lamborghinis? You will see that both of them have got a modest diet, though Warren's diet may not be the modest one. So just learn and copy what Warren does. Just don't copy the Coke diet lah. So the key takeaway here is that it's not rocket science. Personal finance is 99% behavior, 1% numbers. So know your own spending and saving behaviors. Start planning and optimize your spending and saving plans. Alright legends, if you plan to become the next legend millionaire or billionaire, make sure you like, subscribe, click the bell. What's your ideal retirement wealth number? We'd love to hear them out in the comments. Book number 2, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Society often tells us that you need to study hard, get lots of A grades, get into a good paying job. Sound familiar? Yeah, sure, there is some form of truth. Here's the thing though, what if you get fired or unable to work for the job due to many other reasons?
You would say to President Obama,
You're fired.
And look at the pandemic era we are living in right now. Many people lost their jobs. Heck, even the World Bank estimated that the total job loss in developing countries reached 255 million people. So this book basically highlights the importance of having not just one income stream, but to also build many more income streams. In case one income stream gets cut off, you still have others to back you up. You know, be like Hydra. Cut off a head, 2 more shall take its place.
If they cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
Okay, jokes aside, this book also talks about the importance of building more assets, reducing your liabilities. To cut it short, you need more assets. Assets are things that can help you make money such as stocks, bonds, ETFs, and more. You need less liabilities. And liabilities are things where you need to consistently pay for it, such as cars, properties, with exception to investment properties, credit card debt, and more. The key takeaway here is that grow your assets, cut off your liabilities, build more income streams such as freelancing or selling items on e-commerce platforms, and more. Book number 3, The 4-Hour Work Week. Climbing the corporate ladder and racing in the rat race. We all heard about it, and most of us are still probably doing it today. Let's face it, the 9 to 5 jobs oftentimes are not really meant to be 9 to 5, but more like 9 to 9 or more than that, because of traffic jams, last minute work, and meetings, etc. And yet, there are many examples where people eventually became rich and afford more time because of the side hustles. All comes down to one thing, your desire to change and your mind space. Before you decide what to work on, make sure you clarify what you truly desire.
So, tell me, what is it that you truly desire?
So, there are people with strong desire for financial freedom who do freelancing, or doing side hustles despite working 9 to 5. But the reality is that only a handful of people will succeed. And the reasons for the unsuccessful ones is because people typically would have a mindset of,
let's leave the task until tomorrow. I'm tired now.
sound familiar? Therefore, the key takeaways from the book is that number 1, imagine the failure if you choose not to try new things. This can be, for example, if you are always afraid to start a YouTube channel. Now you need to imagine what's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is likely to be that you need to spend more time as expected to learn scripting, recording, editing, and that's pretty much it. You realize there's nothing to lose after you lay out your thoughts. So, go out and conquer it like a legend. The sky's the limit. Nothing will hold you back and make every action count. Number 2, eliminate unwanted information. Go on a 1-week media fast for once per month. This means no newspapers, magazines, news, TVs, and notifications. I believe this might be a little bit too hard in the beginning, so perhaps you can start off with a 1-day media fast once per month. This is to help you better focus your thinking and reflect on the progress of your goals. Take this time to reflect deeply what you need to do urgently, what you need not to do for your business or financial goals. Book number 4, I will teach you to be rich. I mean, who doesn't want to what big? And this book actually gives some practical advice for average people like you and me. Oh wait, I mean average legends like you and me to become wealthy. Basically, the key takeaway of this book, number 1, max out your retirement accounts such as 401k and Roth IRA if you're from the US, or EPF if you're from Malaysia, or CPF if you're Singaporean. But the caveat here is that this advice is only applicable for people who have no clue or don't want to think about investing just yet, as investing may be too difficult a concept for some people. That being said, there are great beginner-friendly options like the robo-advisors that can take away all the investing mental space and let the automation do the work. Number 2, don't live in a spreadsheet. Quite ironic, isn't it? This doesn't sound like being meticulous with your finances, but here's the truth. Over-obsessing over if the spreadsheet can be tweaked or slightly improved is not only a waste of time, it's a waste of life. Being super optimized can sometimes backfire you. I believe we are not natural Maria Kondo. So let's just make a plan that's suitable for yourself. You know yourself best. Be conscious of your budget and keep a mental number in the head. But don't meticulously track and tweak the spreadsheet system all the time. You have better things to do like running the business or doing side hustlings. Alright, that's it. Let me know if you learned something new from this video. I'll try my best to reply to every comment. Thanks for watching Legends. I'll see you in the next one.